Hello guys, welcome to Standpoint and sorry for the delay in uploading the video. Today here we are with a new video in Java. So today we are going to have a look into the syntax of Java. What things do we need to keep in mind before writing a Java code? But before that, if you are new to the channel and like watching our videos, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss our future videos. Okay, so let's get started. So what we are going to learn today is the syntax of Java. What things do we need to keep in mind before writing a Java program? Then we will write our first Java program. Then I'll explain you what each and every line in that program means. Yeah, so let's get into our first slide, which is the syntax. First of all, Java is a case sensitive language, which means um, which means okay, let me show you. Let's search for Notepad plus plus. Yeah, it's here. Okay, so if you write the name of a class as or any other name in Java, names in Java are also known as identifiers like class names, method names, etc. We'll get to know that in our future videos. So what I was talking about is uh, if you write the names as hello like this and hello like this, it makes a difference. And in Java, the class names should always start with a capital letter or in uppercase, and method names should always the first letter of the method name should be a lowercase. That's why Java is a like case sensitive language. Please make a note of that. Let's get back to our slide. Yeah, and yeah. So next is the class names. Um, for all the class names, the first letter should be in uppercase. If several words are used to form a to form the name of the class, each word's first letter should be an uppercase letter. Okay, let's let me show you an example. So if my class name is let's say my class. So in Java, how we will write the class name as m, and the first letter should always be in uppercase, as we have already discussed now. My, then the beginning of the second word should always be an uppercase letter like this. So this is what I mean by if several words are used to form a name, the first letter of each word should be in uppercase. Okay, so now let's get back to our slide again. Yeah, method names. Um, all method names should start with a lowercase letter. If several words are used to form the name of the method, then each word's first letter should be in uppercase. But the first letter of the method name should be in lowercase. We will discuss about the methods in our future videos. So just remember this as of now. So what I mean by how we write the method names is, suppose we write our method name as mm, add method. So here the first name the first letter should be in lowercase, as we have already discussed. And the and if we have two words in a method name, the the second the the first letter of the second word should be in caps, which means it should be in uppercase. Okay, so let's get back to our slide again. Yeah, the program file name. The next is the program file name, which is the name of the program file should exactly match the class name, which I have already discussed in our first video. Okay, so let's write our now we are going to write our first Java program. So let's open Notepad again, and yeah. So how do we start a Java program? I've already shown you the syntax in the I've already shown you a sample program in our first video. So let's type it out. Public class. So how do we define it? Like how do we declare that it is a class name? So be mm, for declaring a class name, we have to write the class. We have to write this class class before class keyword a before the class name. So what should we keep our class name? Okay, let's write it as my first Java program. Oops, sorry, program. Okay, and these are the parentheses which marks the beginning of a class, and this parenthesis which is the marks the ending of a class, marks the end of a class. Okay, so our next line is line of code is public static void main. This is our main method, and here is the string args. Oops. Yeah, so let's start the method. So what we will do is we'll just print out a text to the screen, system.out dot print ln. Okay, so we'll print out hello world. Okay, so to end a statement in Java, to end a line of code in Java, we have to put a semicolon at the end of the statement. Just remember that. Yeah, so let's save the file. Let's save it in desktop. Okay, and I have already told you earlier that our um, file name or program file name should always be the same as the class name. My first Java program dot Java. Let's select Java here. Okay, now let's save the file. So here the file is saved, as you can see here. Now let's open our command prompt. Okay, now let's go to the folder where we have saved our file. How do we compile a file? I've already shown you guys how to compile a file in Java in our first video. We have to write java c and file name dot java. So just type the first two letters of the file name and press tab. It will auto complete the file name. So let's press enter. Yeah, so the file is compiled, and let me show you. The class file is generated here. As you can see, the class file is generated now, which is the bytecode, as I have already discussed maybe in the first or in the second video. Okay, now we have to execute the program. For executing the program, we have to type java, first two letters of the program file name, and press tab and press enter. Okay, here we have here we have our output. It says hello world. Okay, here what we can we have printed out hello world to our console. Okay, yeah. So every line of code that is written um, in Java is written inside this parenthesis and this parenthesis, which is every line of code that is written inside a class. So now let's see the program part wise. The part 1 is the class name. Here my first Java program is the class name. First, as we have already discussed earlier, what we have to write all the code inside a class. So what do you think a class is? It is basically like a container where you can put all the things. In a normal container, what do you put? Like anything you want and close it, right? So in Java, we can put all the methods, all the variables, and other things inside the class and close it. So so um, here we have to write all the code inside a class. Yeah, I think we have got an idea what a class is by now. So let's move on to our next part of the program, which is public static void main string args. So I thought of explaining what each and every word means, but it would be too overwhelming for you guys at this point. So we will discuss these things later in the course. Yeah. So let's focus just on the main method. Uh, the main method is required, and you will see it in every program we write in Java. So any code inside the main method will be executed, and because the execution, whenever a program file is saved and executed, the execution starts straight from the main method, because the Java runtime environment, which we have already discussed about earlier, uh, searches for the main method first, searches for the main method and executes it. Mm, Here you don't have to understand all the keywords. You will get to know them bit by bit in the upcoming videos. For now, just remember that every Java program has a class name which must match the file name, and that every program must contain the main method. So let's get to the third part of our program, the which is system.out.println hello world. Here the println method is used to print hello world to the screen. So this uh, I'll explain you about everything apart from this println, which is the system. What does system dot out means in the um, upcoming videos. So here just remember that println is used to print anything what you would put inside the brackets to the screen. Okay, so yeah, so that marks the end of the video for today. I hope you like the video, and if you do, please like the video, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, and please press the bell icon so that you don't miss our future videos. And goodbye.